Oh, my homies, homosexuals. Oh man, today was redeeming at the very least. You know, what a great day to really bounce back. I got to finally test out my squat a little bit again ever since my knee's been funky. And on top of my clean and jerk feeling really good, very spicy, I didn't want to go too heavy. I'm gonna go to 275 on my heavier clean and jerk day this week. But the back squat felt nice. You know, I will say I was very nervous getting into it. Like, it's kind of one of those mixes of just like, I'm scared shitless because of what I've gone through with my knee recently. You know, the phantom knee pain does want to try to take over, but God, I was excited. The feeling I get squatting some heavy ass weight is it's second to none. You know, it is so fun. Like, squat is not my favorite lift. You know, I love the snatch a lot. Snatch and clean and jerk are always gonna be my favorite, I think. But man, the feeling that I get being able to fully lock in my core and just use a full body explosion through the lift without worrying about any technique or anything else, you know, just holding tight and just fucking doing it without having to worry. That's what I love, you know. 365 isn't even that impressive for me anymore. But goddamn it, today it felt pretty impressive. You know, that's what matters. You know, that's what makes me feel good. That's what makes me want to come back and do more. You know, the triple pauses are pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna do them on my next squat day later in the week, but they're interesting to say the least. It's been a while since I've had to really hone in on my quad, especially my quad tendon like that. But again, no kickback. Why are you guys always turning on me? My bad, boys. There you go. But yeah, it feels so good to be able to really do it. Again, I don't want to overdo it and get, like, I'm gonna ride the high as hard as I can, but I also don't want to put myself in a position where I get let down super hard, or if my body needs to relax, I got to make sure that I remember that I actually relax, you know. But today we're still in the clear. Very happy to say that. And might I add, I wanted to go to 385. 365 felt pretty damn, not easy per se, but consistent. You know, when the drive through any lift has that consistent push instead of like a little like wobble or like your core breaks a little bit, when you just are just slowly, or like when you get the, I hate it when people get the shaky shakes. You know, that's when you're like, that's like a pure failure rep. If you're getting like, if you're just holding strong, pushing the whole way through, just feeling it out, that's a good fucking rep in my book. Sorry, the camera's freaking me out. I don't want it to be unstable. Not bad. I don't mean to grab you. But I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, but I'm back. I'm back in it. We're feeling good. Tomorrow I'm gonna feel out bench. I haven't been recording it because I've just been feeling it out. I haven't put on weight because I want to wait till tomorrow when I bench to really feel it out for my left pec pull. But I've been doing just with the bar some good reppage and exploding as hard as I can with the bar. I'm feeling nothing in my pec, which is a really good sign. Really good. So I'm sure it will be sore, and I'm sure it will take some time to recover. I think I'm going to take this week and next week to just keep doing these, like, kind of fuck around and find out in a more chill, weight-wise way. Just make sure I fully recover my whole body, because I don't want to just put all the attention on my knee. My chest has got to come back too, because I don't want to go back to pure strength building and programming until I know I can full body whip whatever the fuck I want, you know? Like, if you're gonna do a program or some form of lifting, regardless of programming or not, if you can't put every muscle of your body behind the lifts, then you gotta relax. You know, you gotta, not saying that you can't go to the gym where you can't lift, or by any means you can't do the program. You can still do all those things. but you got to make sure that you actually recover, you know? Because for me, I convinced myself that my knee was healed because I felt just a little bit better, when in reality it was still slightly strained, and working every single week made it worse and worse and worse, you know? And that was my fault. I had to take responsibility for that. But we're here now, and we're feeling great. So either way, physically, I'm gonna give it a very nice 9.05, just over the cusp, just barely. You know, I almost had 9, but I was feeling a little bit better than I'm mentally giving myself off for. You know, it's just one of the, I was supposed to go lighter today. I didn't want to push it too hard, so I committed to that to make sure I actually recover. So I don't really know how hard I could have pushed, but I wanted to make sure I didn't go too crazy, you know? Mentally, oh, dude. I'll give it a 9.4 just because, like, I don't think it feels as good as it did yesterday, just because it was just relaxing, you know? I felt like I was just doing my day-to-day recuperation, you know? It didn't feel like not that it wasn't special, and not that I didn't feel motivated and hyped up, but I just felt normal for once, you know? And I wasn't worrying about, like, destroying my body or going as hard as I physically can, or what limits can we break today. It was just, let's just feel it out. Let's just do what we can in the moment and just run with it, you know? On top of that, got to meet some more people. Love that shit. The gym is just a place for free positivity. People always say there's nothing free in this world. Material-wise, sure, maybe. But when it comes to just emotional, personal relationships, oh, dude, going to the gym is just free positivity if you make it that way. You know, it's up to you to utilize that resource in your life. You know, it doesn't have to be the gym, by the way. You can go anywhere. It's just you got to get out of your house and surround yourself with like-minded people that will want to motivate you as much as you're going to want to motivate them. You know, I met a great guy today. He told me that he got injured overseas, came back, and he's just been trying to get back into it, get back in shape, and do his best, because he's been on a downhill. Like, he's had deaths in the family and just a lot of shit going on. And so he's just trying to, rather than worrying about doing all these crazy career things or committing to these giant life-term goals that are scaring him and making him more anxious, he just wants to kind of live in the moment, just embrace some positivity for once, you know? It's the same shit with how the past, day before yesterday, when I was just taking like 4 or 5 days off, relaxing, and just making sure my body could actually take a minute, you know, and actually recover for once without worrying about hitting a certain amount of days a week or a certain amount of lifts in a program. I was just enjoying myself for a minute, you know? So instead of worrying about going to the army or lifting a bunch or being shredded, he's just like, I just want to be in the gym and just be around people that are going to make me feel good. You know, I just want to do something that feels good. And sometimes, man, in life, you don't need to have some crazy career goal. You don't need to have some crazy lifetime objective, although they're good to have. And it's a good, healthy thing to work up to. But if you're in a slump and you don't know what to do, or you just like, everything feels like it's beating you down, people overlook the importance of really just allowing yourself to have fun for once. You know, it's so normalized that it's got to be a struggle every day. You know, we got to be hurting or we're not living. And I hate that shit. Why would you not want to love every day just as much as the last without worrying about whatever constraints other people are putting on you? You know, whenever people tell me like, oh, you don't have a job yet? Oh, you just go to the gym every day and edit videos and do school? Like, that's not enough. You're not doing enough for what you should be doing. I'm like, go fuck yourself. All right? I'm living my life the way I want to live it. That's what's important. That's what I love to do. That's what makes me passionate and actually want to keep taking steps forward and loving life. And more than that, loving people, you know? Loving myself. Just getting in environments that are truly going to allow me to love what I am breathing for, you know? It's not even just about having a life purpose. You got to enjoy every breath. You know, you got to live life and think, you know what? Shit might happen sometimes. And so, sure, we get kicked in the dick every now and then. But man, I am so grateful to have gone through any shitty experience. I'm so grateful to have gone through any good experience. I'm grateful to be able to live and do the things that I'm doing, because it's as simple as committing to what you know will make you happy. You know, there's so many times where people will be like, oh, you need to stop playing video games. You're getting too old. That's a waste of time. It doesn't bring any material to the game. You're not going to make anything in life if you just keep doing that shit. God, go fuck yourself again. Are you kidding me? Why not? You know, sure, you got to make sure food, water, and shelter is taken care of. That's just basic survival. But beyond that, life's an accessory. You know, whatever you're going to buy beyond just what you biologically need to survive, it's just an accessory. Realistically, you could live paycheck to paycheck your whole life, living off the bare minimum. And if you're happy that way, run it. Why not? Commit to what is going to make you love what you're doing the whole way through. Because why are we breathing otherwise? You know? The longer you spend wasting time thinking about what you should be doing according to other people or what has already been done, it's just going to take years and years and years off of life that you could be truly enjoying to the fullest. You know, look at the gym, for example. That's not, like, even though that's a great positive thing in my life and I love it, it wasn't always that way. I used to compete in high school and I genuinely hated myself for a while, like hated what I was doing in the gym, because I only compared myself to what other people had completed before me, you know, or what they were doing around me. I'd look at everyone stronger and everybody who'd gotten famous or lifted some world record weight, and I'd think, what am I not doing? Like, why it makes you assume that you have failed because you haven't met some other statistic, when in reality, we're all human. We're all different. We're all unique to our own individuality, you know? And so there's no point in comparing yourself to all the other people around you, because you're your own person. No one is ever going to lift like me. It may be close, but it's the same thing like with genetics. There may be people that are super, super close genetically, but in the long term, in the very most finite measurements of it, we are all different in a certain way. Even if I do the exact same lifts that someone else does, I'm doing it my way because I love doing this. It doesn't become your way just because you're doing something that's different that nobody else has done in the world. It just matters if it's what you make your life better through, you know, what makes you more passionate and want to actually show up every day to keep doing this shit, you know? Life becomes a lot easier when you allow positivity to just start flowing and letting all the big stuff for future you to worry about chill out for a while. Because most of the time, people are going to sit there and stress all day, every day about what they think that they should be doing at a certain point later in their life. And what a waste of time. Life's ambiguous. Life's a mystery. You have no clue where you're going to be tomorrow. You just don't. You may have a plan, but we work with life. Life does not work with us, you know? So you got to just do your best every day. Try to commit to the things you love, but who knows where you're going to be? I've said this multiple times. If I get injured beyond repair and I can't lift, you absolutely fucking know all this passion is going into something else. I might get back into art again. I used to be really, really good at art, but I didn't find that enjoyment of it before because I treated it like a job, like an obligation. And so I got into weightlifting, and now we're here. So you never know. I was the fat kid growing up, you know? Who knew I would have been strongman, lift heavy rock overhead in weird way. I don't know, but I was inspired today by the guy I got to talk to, who was just trying to do the best in the moment, just have fun for once, you know, just relax. Don't let all the stigmas or the statistics or the norms taking over what you think will make you enjoy yourself today, you know, because it's all in the present moment. That's all it is. That's all I got, you know. I'll be back tomorrow. I got snatch and bench press. So snatch, I'm just gonna kind of chill out, go pretty light. I want to keep doing these Klokov pauses because they're actually a lot of fun, and it's been good for my recovery, my core, and my form. So I'll probably go to like 205, go a little bit lighter than I did on my heavy day, and then bench, no expectations. We're just gonna take our time, feel out what the chest feels comfortable with, focus on some pause repetitions, kind of like what I've been doing with the squats. Do some triple pause action, and just allow myself to actually recover. It's not about the weight right now. It's just about what is going to get my chest back to a peaked momentum, so that maybe in a couple days, a couple weeks, who knows? I don't know how long it's going to be. But the moment my body's back at 100%, I'll know it's worth it because I put in the time now, you know? Let me know how the lives and lifts have been going. I love hearing about what you guys are up to. And I just appreciate you guys hanging out, you know? It's always fun going off about this shit because it's a great, again, this is another positive outlet that I surround myself with, even if it's just me kind of talking to myself. It's so cool to see what all this random bullshit I have in my head that I can actually talk about, you know? Because it's always more than I expect. And it's more than they're topics that I never thought that I had in my head at this moment, you know? This is why we have therapy, you know? You never know what you got sitting in your brain, but you got to talk to people to figure that out. So, not for anyone, for me. Enjoy your lives. Do what you got to do. And I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.